ladies and gentlemen and ladies, girls and boys and girls. Welcome back to our channel, Inspirational Minutes with David. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications that let you know that our channel is back on, and we're back on to talk, to try to reverse some things that we learned in the beginning of our lives. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, and let you know that our channel is back on. Also, support me. Yes, I step aside. I do this every build. The audacity of whoa, hold on, wait, let me get a pointer. Maybe I need to do it like they do it on the school board. The audacity of whoa by David Butler. Get the book. Get the book. Get the book. Amazon. Amazon.com. You get a Kindle $9.99, or you get it soft cover. Soft cover would be $14.99. We're gonna do a hardcover and also the audio book this year as well. Welcome back. Welcome back to our channel, Inspirational Minutes with David. Hope everyone's week has been good. Mine has been, we're just going through the week. But have you noticed that time it's going so damn fast. Time is like it's speeding up. I don't know. I was talking to a client the other day. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, as we say, mature. I have a born day next month. Yeah. I don't know if that's the case, or is that these evil ass people had just sped up the time. I do not know. I don't know. But have you noticed the time is rapidly speeding and going by rapidly and fast? Today, our Inspirational Minutes with David is properly titled Warning. Straight shots, no chaser. And on that note, since it's the weekend, warning. Straight shots, no chaser. Straight shots, no chaser. Let's get it going. I talked about this in my book, The Audacity of Woke. And with me going over this again and again, because sometimes you have to keep putting the message out there. You have to keep displaying the message and stay on the message and keep beating the dead horse till people begin to hear. People begin to hear. People begin to see. They begin to see. So this is a few inserts from my book. It's called Straight Shot No Chaser. It's the title of our build today. So here's the deal. I'm gonna put wiping stuff down and all that. Let's go. Because when I thought about this, I didn't have a title for today's build. This week has been long but short simultaneously. The last 2 weeks has been pretty long for me. Things going on, but life happens. We must continue to push through. Even when things happen that affects you emotionally, or things happen in your family, you have to keep pushing through. But when I thought about what I was going to title this build today, Straight Shot No Chaser, I knew that this build or this video would not be for everyone. This is not for the herd. It definitely is not for the herd. It's not. It's not for the herd. It's not for the sheeple. This is for the people that know something. They know something is wrong. They are critical thinkers. This is for the people that they get it. When I talk about a topic, when I come here every week and try to scratch your brains and kind of open up your pineal gland and open up your eyes so you can see. This is for the people. When I do talk about things or various topics that we talk about each week, they look at the big picture. Not for the people that continuously come in here to argue, dispute the little details and miss the entire point. Now, if you are experiencing some type of awakening of sorts, and you realize there is something bigger, larger at stake here, right? If you can look at most people and see clearly how they are being led, and you used to be one of them, this is for you. If the doubt of just how far behind most society, if it hurts you, and you sometimes feel like it's hopeless or you are alone, this video, this bill, this topic, this subject is for you. Everyone that complains about my videos or my bills are too long at times, or they have a very, very short attention span, you can stop right here. You see, here's the deal. Here's the freaking deal. There's no entertainers, celebrities, fluff, or anything fun about this video. So, you want to leave? Leave. I'm saving you the trouble. Now, for everyone else and the ones in the back, come on to the front. Don't sit in the back. Come people, come to the front and hear this message. You see, today's world is a strange place. We're inundated and flooded with information from an early age in life. There are signals encourage each of us to walk a particular path. They put blinders on us along the way to discourage us from looking for alternatives to what the herd is doing or thinking. Now, I'm going to give you 16 signs. 16 signs that you're a slave to the matrix. And when I was writing this in my book, I saw some of the signs that I still participate in myself. So I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about us. So here are 16 signs to the matrix. They are meant purely as an observational approach to help us identify the areas of our lives where we may be missing the opportunity to liberate ourselves from the system's self-destructive design for our lives. You see, you, us, we have been indoctrinated to the matrix since birth. So here are the 16 signs that show that some of us, including myself, the fly optician, are still slaves to it. Number one, you pay taxes to people. Do you like to see locked up in jail or prison? This is perhaps the biggest indicator that we're still slaves to the matrix. Straight shot, no chaser. Before I begin on, for the ones who don't know what straight shot, no chaser mean, like I just had a shot at the beginning of the show. I wanted to chase it so bad, it was burning. But hey, he ain't something to fly off. Attention, I must go on. Straight shot, no chaser, literally meaning an alcoholic beverage without any added drink mixer. It also can be used for anything purely and without frills. So this is the truth. Becoming authentic and becoming real. Must I continue? You pay taxes to people you like to see locked up in prison or in jail. This is perhaps the biggest indicator that we're still slaves to the matrix. The traditional notion of slavery conjures up images of people in shackles, forced to work on plantations to support rich plantations owners. The modern day version of this forced taxation, where our incomes are automatically docked before we ever see the money. I know, I get close to, they be killing you, boy. Regardless of whether or not we'll prove or how the money is spent. Guess what? Guess what, family? If you knew the truth behind all these things that go on in our lives, you would be horrified. Let us continue. Number 2, you go to the doctor, but you're still sick. Modern medicine care, for all of its scientific progress, has sadly become not health care, but sick care. It has become sick care, where we rarely advise to eat well and tend to our mental and physical health, but instead we are routinely advised to consume expensive medications and procedures that are pushed by the for-profit health care big giant matrix. Number three, politics is something you've been arguing with your friends, family, and co-workers about. You have chosen either Team Democrat or Democrats or Team Republicans. This is what the control strategy of divide and conquer looks like in our society. Both of the major parties are corrupt, and through, and independent candidates are not even allowed to participate in public debates. Oh, what? You didn't know that? Now, here's the deal. By believing in one of these parties and burning your personal energy on having an argument with other ordinary people and arguing and having a bad energy fight argument, ordinary people, you're turning over your soul to the matrix, I must say. This is done to make sure that we, the people, will never be united against corruption. Number 4, you work long, hard, during something you hate to earn fiat dollars. You know, trying to take the fiat away anyway, bring on the digital. Let's continue. You work hard doing something that you hate, that you detest, to earn fiat dollars. Work is a necessity, and money, guess what? Money does pay the bills, right? Right? However, so many people lose the best years of their lives doing things that they hate just for money. Now, that's true. I will tell you, I have a confession. I love what I do, the type of work that I do. I love to help people see, either figuratively or literally, even on these videos, and this podcast, or the bills that I do every week. I love what I do at work, but I don't like it every day. I'm just saying. The truth about money today is that we do not have money, but instead inflationary fiat currency that is privately owned and manipulated. And since it is still necessary to get by in this world, it's very important, it's very imperative that you get more value for your time by doing something that you enjoy. Again, you may not like it every day, but you love what you do. Now, this can be done by working with people that you like, not working with people that you detest or hate. It is easier than you think to live on less money than we believe we need. In order to realize this, we just have to be willing to go against the grain. Number 5, you're willing to accrue personal debt to fund the acquisition of a consumer ordinary lifestyle. Each time a credit card is swiped, it creates digits on the balance sheets of the banks that are most involved in the financial looting of the world today. Now, these digits are then multiplied electronically by the fractional reserve system, which exponentially increases the power of these institutions. To participate in this, and by agreeing to pay this fake money back, with interest, I might say, sometimes 3% interest, sometimes 10% interest, sometimes 21.9% interest. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. In order to maintain a certain lifestyle, it's strong, very strong indication that you're bound by one of the main tenets of the matrix. And it's called consumerism. I know I've been victim of this as well. I confess. Straight shot. No chaser. Number 6. You converse with real people about the ongoing happenings of TV shows. Television is the most potential tool used for mind control, and the programming that is available are certainly cool, fun, or entertaining is geared to reinforce certain behaviors amongst the masses, dramatizing the ego's importance, over sexualizing everything, glorifying violence, and teaching submissiveness to phony authority are the main features of the modern television. By taking what is happening on screen and making it a part of your real life, you are doing your job of supporting the matrix desire to confuse us, to discombobulate us, to obfuscate us about the nature of reality, proving that something doesn't have to be actually happening in order for it to feel authentic to the people. Reality shows, I call it foolity shows. Number 7, you don't have anything to hide from total surveillance. It does not bother you that sometimes, somewhere, working for somebody is watching you, listening to your conversations, and monitoring your movements. And then you are a loyal slave to the matrix. Invisible surveillance is an insidious form of doubt control. And by using logic of, I have nothing to hide, therefore, it would do us and me no harm to be surveilled, to be watched obliviously. Then you're mindlessly admitting, confessing that you have an earthly master and not of your sovereign mind, that you are not of your sovereign mind and body. Focus, man. Must I drop a bomb? Number 8, let's continue. Straight shot, no effing chaser. Warning. You think the world would be safer if only the governments had guns. This is a violent world, and criminals engage in criminality against honest people at every level of society, including from within the government. Sure, in an ideal perfect world, sure. In an ideal perfect world, weapons would not be necessary for anyone. Right? However, sadly, our world is anything but flawless. It's anything but perfect. And firearms, guns, are indeed a very effective form of protection against the common criminals and abusive governments alike. The willingness to forego your right to self-defense is a puny, weak sign that you have regulated personal responsibility to someone else to protect you. Having the masses abdicate, which means to take away personal responsibility, is one of the most critical aspects of controlling them. My people, if you're like this, welcome to the Matrix. Number 9, you normally drink fluoride water. Okay, I know, I've done it, I did it. I drink alkaline water now, but I have done it. Of all the health debates taking place today, the topic of fluoride water is the easiest to understand, even to understand. For its toxic byproduct of an industrial process, which is poison. Water is supposedly fluoride to aid dental health. This is debatable within itself, people. It is. But if this were so, then the involuntary fluorization of public water is a medication without a medication that you was given without your consent. This is a form of slavery. Knowing this and continue to drink fluoride or fluoridated water is a sign that you're content with your slavery to the Matrix. Number 10, you knowingly consume toxic poison like MSG, aspartame. How you spell this? ASPARTAME. Aspartame. These two chemicals are widely known to be toxic to the human body. Knowing this and continue to poison yourself with tasty but chemical-laden poisonous foods, poisonous processed foods, is a sign that the Matrix has programmed you to place less value on your health and future than on your immediate satisfaction, gratification. Number 11, let's keep pushing. You depend on the pharmaceutical industry for the management of your own health. Or should I say your own mental health. Mental health is serious. Mental health is very important. I struggle with mental health in periods of my life. It's very important. And you have someone else or the pharmaceutical company managing your mental health. Oh my God. See, the use of psychiatric medicines is rising rapidly in our society because people have been convinced that mental and emotional states can be classified as a disease, while the truth about natural mental health has been obfuscated, confused by the corporate media for profit and for a profit medical establishment. If you're taking psychiatric medications, then you're on one of the most powerful, the most potent forms of mind control available. Part of this control is to convince you that you have no authority over your own mind. This is perhaps the Matrix's most terrible prevarication. This is perhaps the Matrix's most terrible lie. take these psychiatric medications, you're conforming to the most horrific kind of slavery. Mental health is serious, people. You are inhibiting your natural mental health and emotional responses to life stressors that are signaling to you that you need to change your behavior and habits. Number 12. You haven't yet stopped watching your local and national fake news programming. The mainstream news media is a tool of control and manipulation, and by continuing to support their ideals and worldviews, by giving them your attention, you are volunteering to be a slave to this not so subtle form of mental programming. Yes, even local news is scripted, people. They all say the same thing. Even the local news is scripted at the national level by agents of the handful of corporations tasked with shaping our opinions of events. Number 13. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Straight shot, no chaser. You are more concerned with televised sports. I know. I love football. I know. Other mindless distractions than you are with the quality of your national environment. The deep water horizon, a birth of tar sands, and the rise of fracking, the sacrifice of the Amazon, the Fukushima are all life-changing, altering events that will severely impact our future on planet Earth. You know that they have train derailments over the last month or two, at least 31 to 32 train derailments. Talk about it in movies, now it's coming out in reality, where poisonous substances have been leaked out into the atmosphere of the people who live in that area. Look it up. To be concerned with all of this while tuning into a never-ending stream of sports trivia and distraction-based living is a sign that your sense of self-preservation has been stolen and replaced with an impulsive tendency for jokes and triviality and escapism. Number 14. You're skeptical of any area of your life that hasn't been proven or validated by the modern science. The very essence of science is the inquiry into the unknown, implying that until science can grasp something, it is unexplainable. By discrediting or ridiculing experiences that other people have, which yet invade scientific understanding, like near-death experiences, acupuncture, or the life-changing effects of plant medicine, then you are slavishly, blindly reducing your understanding, understanding of the world to a narrow view range of possibilities. Straight shot. No chaser. The matrix is made possible by the efforts of the volunteer gatekeepers. The volunteer gatekeepers who are unwillingly to think outside the box. Number 15. You never question the popularized version of ancient history, her story, and the origins of our civilization, the organs of our civilization. There are many unanswered questions about the origins of the human race that point to a different version of the human story than what is taught in school. Read through the history questions they refuse to answer in school to discover some of the many ways in which her story before it was his story, that has been hijacked. but never question what's been told about our origin. We're accuracy, or agreeing, or agreeing to the most of the imposed belief systems. We are agreeing and concurrence and agreement of the imposed belief systems and the narrow banded views of our potential that the matrix promotes. And number 16. You haven't yet realized that you are a spiritual being. You are a spiritual being living a human avatar, physical experience. When you realize those things and really start to question them, guess what, people? Guess what, family? When you begin to realize that, awakening begins. Awakening, it begins. These symptoms below are shared by the majority of the people experiencing awakenings. You feel as though your life is false. Everything that you have built up, believed, and worked towards seems to be false. Your life doesn't feel as though it's your own. You start craving the meaning and purpose of things around you, right? You deeply desire to find the meaning of your life. You have no idea what your purpose is, but you want to find it desperately. You realize that a lot of what has been told, a lot of the things that you learned throughout your life, a lot of things that you have been told, and a lot of the things that you were taught has been a fucking lie. So you start to see how many beliefs, ideals, and values are not actually your own, but other people's or inherited from your culture. You feel completely lost and alone. Completely lost and alone. Nothing in your life seems to make sense anymore. You feel as though you're wandering through an endless wilderness. As a vagabond, you feel completely alone and cut off from the people. And from people. You see through the illusions of society. You don't look for nothing, but you begin to see everything. The illusions, the fakeness. Materialism, success, and profit no longer mean anything to you. You start feeling as though you're in a cog. You're in a conundrum, in a cog, in the machine of society. You begin to see how unhappy people are. You awaken to the unhappiness and the suffering of others. You may decide to explore activism or read more about the human conditions. It is tormenting for you to realize how much pain there is in this world. You have to remember the cheapest commodity on earth is human flesh and blood. To make a profit at the expense of human life is the central controlling motive of the capitalist system, introduced to the original and the original indigenous tribes, along with religion. You know, they controlled us, and it was introduced because human life is the motive of the capitalist system. This created a downward spiral. And the spiral is age-old intuitive symbol of spiritual development and identity within what we call the universe. Found in ancient cultures worldwide, depicted in all types of serpent cults, dragon lore, geomancy, magic, mysticism, ritual art, and dance throughout the occult history. You see, I talked about this before. But the number 666 relates to the carbon atom, the carbon atom, and the hue, man. H-U-E, that is, man. Freemasonic writers equated with the number of the beast in the Roman Jesuit Bible, or Jesuit Bible. Carbon 12, one of the 5 elements in the human DNA, is composed of 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. 666, which equates to 666. In America, the Georgia Guidestones are 666 miles away from the UN headquarters. By the way, is that just a coincidence? I mean, straight shot, no chaser. Or is it physically and mathematically symbolize who or what is in position to have control over whom? Broken human hosts are often inhibited or controlled by non-human entities or species. We're controlled and inhabited, I should say, or controlled by non-human entities or species. The supposed battle of good and evil has been this way for many thousands and thousands and thousands of years, ripping throughout the long-lost civilizations, up to this present-day world. Experiment. And yeah, this experiment, this encapsulated plane, a rim that we call Earth, is something like a petri dish. As we live, die, and return to the relentless search for our roots, we continue to strive to find the way back to the source of our existence. Straight shot. No chaser. Listen. If you made it this far in the Inspirational Minutes with David, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification and let you know our channel's back on. And as we continue to grow and evolve, 2 years and counting, and as this channel began to grow, little by little, I'm just here to spread the message. I'm just here to help people evolve as I am evolving. Remember, I love you. And if I love myself, which I do, that means I love you. And when you love you in return, I love myself. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, and let you know that our channel is on. Hit the like and share. Rewind, talk about the video, question me, talk to me. And know that each week, while I'm in this body, each week I'm spreading the news. Each week we will be evolving. I promise. Thank you for your time. Happy weekend, or whenever you watch this video or this podcast. I love you. I love you in truth. Peace.